How are you?
Not bad, you?
How are you, DB?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, went to the Emirates last night. Yeah, we're going to beat them. Yeah, we're going to beat them. No
Who
problem.
talks like that?
That's you in my head.
So loud.
What happened? What happened to your side? What's going on?
Well, listen, it's one of them. And I broke my neck to get there as well.
Yeah.
Cab, ran down the Holloway Road.
Yeah.
Got in there, comfortable. But
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah. Go on, keep going.
Nah, but then just second half, just...
Yeah, what happened? What second half?
Ruined my evening.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that it? That's all you want to give me? So hold on, let's look at the league table now. So first, Manchester City.
Same points.
And then second and third, Arsenal, Man United. And then
No,
swap round. So.
No, it won't. But no, listen, disappointing.
So your last three games, you lost, you've drawn and you've lost.
Yeah, we've
in the league.
Yeah.
And you lost against City in the Cup.
It's a blip. That's all it is, a blip.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it a blip?
Yeah.
You got a massive game. Aston Villa's your next game.
Yeah. Aston Villa and Leicester. Leicester just scored 8 goals in 2 games. But do you know what it was?
Yeah, I know exactly what it was. You're not good enough.
No, do you know what it was? Right. Go from the start.
Look at your face. This is amazing.
No,
I had so many people on social media go, can't wait for Jordan tomorrow.
So did I.
Can't wait for it.
So, do you know what it is? They're all United as well. All coming out of the woodwork.
No.
And flex, phone, like FaceTime me this morning. First of all, just to FaceTime me last night.
Yeah.
And I started blanked it. This morning, FaceTime me, just like talking all this big Man United fan.
We've had a bet that I say United finish us.
You won't. That won't happen.
Well, it's only 5 gaps. 5 points,
Yeah,
sorry.
we've got 2 games in hand.
Oh, look, at least biting everyone.
So
We're
anyway,
going to need a bigger boat.
listen, last night, there are level. First half, I thought was a really good. First of all, the game was a really good game of football.
Yeah.
I thought first half, Arsenal were good. Penalty, it's one of them, innit?
Do you think that was a penalty? So he got the shot off. I've looked at this in slow-mo. And then the collision.
I think if a defender does that, it's usually a penalty. So goalkeepers tend to get away with that.
Okay.
But
right.
you look, it could have gone either way. Obviously, Arsenal get themselves in. But I think when you look at... It's fine margins when you look at games like that. And when you look at that Haaland doesn't really have a kick all game. He gets that half a chance, he sticks it away. Now, listen, I love Eddie Nketiah. I think he's done really well in Gabriel Jesus' absence. But he's got to stick one of them chances away.
That header early on
That's
in the game.
the one. When in that type of game where
unmarked,
you might not get them that amount of opportunities because Manchester City are a great side. You have to stick that away.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a I'm trying to think of the word where that was an eye-opener, missed opportunity.
When you look at that, was it a golden chance?
Golden.
And then you look at Kevin De Bruyne, and it was half a chance.
Half a chance.
And that's the difference.
That's the difference. You have to take them opportunities. But even silly mistakes, kept trying to play out from the back. You kept getting caught. Eventually, where does the second goal come from? It comes from Gabriel trying to play a blind pass into midfield, it getting cut out, and Manchester City break. But
I have to say, sorry, on that goal, so that was the ball where Haaland ran onto it.
Give it to
Gundogan. And that ball from Gundogan
lovely.
To Grealish, for him to have obviously he knew Grealish was there. I thought that was a wonderful pass.
Absolutely lovely. But in the second half, it was poor. It was really poor. And for the first time all season, I was sitting there watching, and it really looked to me like Arsenal lacked belief in that second half. And that hasn't happened all season, but it looked like second half they lacked belief, that they didn't really believe that they can go and beat Manchester City, because there are times where Arsenal had most of the ball, they were moving it really well, but that second half, it almost felt like they just it felt a little bit like Arsenal of last year. You know that where they're chasing that top 4 and then they go to Spurs and Newcastle, and it's almost like they just quivered.
The wheels come off.
The wheels came off second half.
Fall off the cliff. Which is
but
what
no, listen, it was...
I did think that, I know it's such a cliche in football, a game of 2 hours, but I really think it was. I mean, Pep started with this, he likes this 3-2-2 thing, and Bernardo Silva was at fullback, but then when he changed it, Nathan Ake went for, and they went to a 4.
That's a game changer.
That was the difference.
Because the moment Akanji went in at centre half and Nathan Ake did well against Saka in the cup game a couple of weeks back.
He scored as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't give Saka anything.
No.
Then the moment he went to left back and Akanji went to centre half, it was a game changer. But Rodri was brilliant. Jack Grealish, we're going to talk about in a bit, he was brilliant. But I think when you're playing at a game of that level, you can't make mistakes. And unfortunately, Arsenal made mistakes and City just punished them.
What did you make? I know what you made of it, but just a word from you when Kevin De Bruyne walked off and went around the pitch and all the Arsenal fans were robbing him. It is disgusting. I mean, why are we? I mean, come on, everyone. You're grown adults.
Yeah, and he was that good as well. Sometimes great players come off and they get a standing ovation, and De Bruyne was brilliant. It was almost like after the little melee with Arteta, it's like he switched on and went, "You all right?"
Yeah. That's why that rule of players coming off and walking around the pitch, I think, is nuts.
Yeah.
Go off down the middle.
Down the middle, yeah. I agree.
It's just safer.
Yeah, that idiot. So that wasn't. I mean, I didn't even see when that happened, but yeah, that's not good. Yeah. But listen, fair play, and that's why City are champions. That's why there's levels. To hold that team off with that squad, it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah. You mentioned we're going to talk about Jack Grealish in a minute. We're going to talk about him now. Gabag Bodenhor joined this morning's breakfast show and said that Jack Grealish is finally proven his worth after the £100 million move to Man City.
He's been outstanding recently, and he's not been getting the goals and the assist that he deserved with his performances. And last night he got that goal, you know, in the right position.
Is that his biggest moment in a City shirt up to this point?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, he scored at Old Trafford, and
his reaction certainly suggested it was.
Yeah, and they didn't go on to win the game, but last night, scored that goal. That's what he'd come into Manchester City for £100 million. It's goals like that, and his performances have been outstanding.
I really like Jack Grealish. I've liked him from when he was at Villa. I liked him when he signed. There was a massive price tag on him. His match so far this season, his goals and assists for the entire last season, which is not high, 3 goals, 3 assists, but still, there's, you know, just over or just under half a season to go. I thought he took his goal really, really well. And I think
like nick off Tomiyasu, which took it over Ramsdale's hand.
Maybe that was the difference.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the difference. But still, you know, he struck it well. And we saw what it meant to him when he did score.
Yeah.
Where is he now in the pecking order? Not just at Man City, when Foden's back to full fitness, but also for England in that front three.
Well, he's playing really well. You'd have to say he's playing incredibly well. I agree with Gabby. He's playing well. I still think someone of his quality, his numbers should be higher. And I take the price tag out of it because that's irrelevant.
What numbers? Goals or assists?
Both.
Okay.
I think for someone who's, and again, it's not his fault, 100 million. Obviously, Pep saw that he wanted him for 100 million. So take the price tag out of it. Someone of his quality who can go either way, great technique, good touch, could score goals, he should have more than 3 goals and 3 assists. That is for a fact.
I agree.
But if you look at England, certainly the front three, I still don't think he starts for me. Like, if you're picking an England squad tomorrow, Rashford's starting on the left. That's a fact.
I agree.
Kane's down the middle and Saka's on the right. There's your front three.
Yeah.
Because Saka's playing well.
You've got to find a role for Grealish, right? I mean, is that
where
good?
does he play? Midfield?
I don't know. But I agree with you.
His position's on the left. Yeah. Rashford at the minute is probably the most informed forward in the league.
In Europe, maybe.
Maybe in Europe. Yeah. So you're not taking him out. Saka's been popping up with goals, playing really well for Arsenal on that right-hand side. And Kane speaks for himself. So Grealish is going to have to be patient. But right now, his performances, he has been top draw.
You mentioned Marcus Rashford. He, of course, plays for Man United. They take on Barcelona tonight in the Europa League. That is live right here on talkSPORT. Build up for that one. Begins at 5:30 right here on talkSPORT. Remember, the Sports Bar will be taking your calls on another busy night of football. So we are on air between now and then. So just over an hour to get your calls in. We'll talk Man United in a bit. We're talking about Jack Grealish. We're talking Man City and Arsenal. It wasn't that long ago. What was it? A month and you were 8 points clear? And now you're level with Man City. And I keep saying, are the wheels falling off? Are you falling off that cliff? Arsenal fans, Man City fans, that's where we're going. What?
No. I was going to mention something completely different.
What were you going to say?
Doesn't matter. What about Middlesbrough result?
Yeah, I called that. Wow. I think they went 1-0 down really early after 4 or 5 minutes as well. Yeah.
Wow.
They're fantastic,
they are. And they've got a game in hand on Sheffield United.
And they're only a few points off top 2.
Yeah, they're not catching. Listen, take Burnley.
I haven't got the league. I think 7 points behind.
Take Burnley out of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Burnley like 18 points clear.
Yeah. But yeah, what a John Michael Carrick's done.
Oh, wow.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.